Hey guys, welcome to Squadron 42, Held the Line. This is a long one, 26 minutes. And I'm not sure, is this Star Citizen or is this like a game within Star Citizen, like a single player campaign? I have no idea. All I know is that there's a bunch of big names in this, and apparently this is where all the millions of dollars went to. But I don't get it. Is this just like, I know this is Star Citizen, but is it like a campaign within the game? Or is it like its own thing in the Star Citizen engine? I have no idea. That's what's up.
Archangel 6, come in.
Go for 6.
I'm getting a faint contact on bearing 287. You picking that up?
Yeah, got it. Scanning now.
2945.
We're clear.
Damn.
Commercial vessel out of Vega 3. Provided that civilian traffic is restricted under lockdown.
Copy that.
I'm guessing this is in game, right?
Archangel.
And if it is, I mean
This is
the
Gary.
detail
Come
is
back,
insane.
Gary.
Redirect to sector 7 Bravo Echo for immediate tasking.
Copy that. On our way.
Is it spinning? Barrel roll. It's reflecting on lasers. But yeah, I mean, you know, it looks very nice. It looks very beautiful. You know, the clouds. There's the sun, or a sun, depending where you're at. The fleet. There you go. Yeah. UE Navy. Vandal Border. I guess we're not on Earth. I don't know. So yeah, capital ships, of course. I always enjoyed fighting capital ships in ships in these space shooters. Just 'cause you gotta, like, you know, disable all the systems, disable the shields, the cannons, and eventually get like taken down. You know, it's a cool little mission there. And again, if this is in game, the details are really good, and it has to be in game. Docking bay, right? Oh, never mind. Just gonna get some story.
I know I just wrote you,
The music. I don't
but
know.
a couple of hours ago,
RPG music.
proximity sensors on
The other side of the jump got twigged. Where does
Is
it
this
might be
create
that
your own
clan
character
you
kind of
live?
thing?
I guess that last fight didn't
Scare
scare
them off
off.
quite like we all hoped it would.
Yeah.
Honestly, we've been out here so long, I don't know what to
Pull for anymore. I just wanted to let you
They
know.
should have shown like different voices, you know, like
I'll
different.
write as soon as I can. Stay safe.
Higher,
Good
lower,
living
you know.
son.
Which I'm sure they can easily do just by modifying the sound itself. So create your own character, got you. So the captain.
Never gets old, does it?
Sir,
Eddie's. I used to do the same thing when I was first coming up.
Again, I might not know
Post
some
up
of
to the
these
flight deck
actors. I have
whenever
no
I
idea who
could to
this
watch the
is.
launches.
If she's famous, I have no idea.
Have you seen the F-8s up close?
no, sir.
The thing's a beast. Nimble, too.
12 maneuvering thrusters and 3 mains. It sure sounds like it. Sir,
Nice facial expressions. Mocap is pretty good. Check out the eyes.
I saw you apply to the flight academy again.
yes, sir.
Keep your head up. Took me a couple times before I got in.
Thank you, sir.
Never give up. So yeah, great attention to detail. The voices are the faces are pretty nice looking. Everything in uniform, you know, the lighting, of course, the ships in the distance, and I guess we're in game now. Oh, never mind, we're on Earth. And yeah, we are on Earth. Unless it's like another planet, I have no idea.
Welcome
Manchester.
to Cloud Imperium Games Manchester Studio. I'm Chris Roberts, and I'm pleased to announce we have just passed a major milestone. Squadron
Yo, I thought that was in game. I'm like, okay, makes sense.
Manchester Studio. I'm Chris Roberts, and I'm pleased
Manchester, is that on Earth? Yes, it is.
to announce we have just passed a major milestone. Squadron 42 is now feature complete and has
I
entered
didn't
its polish
expect
phase.
this.
To
Okay.
celebrate this milestone, we've gathered some of our core leadership together to share what this means.
We're on Earth, guys. I mean, hey, listen. Eventually, in a couple of years, we'll get to a point where you won't be able to like differentiate if this is like an actual in-game scene or it's actually like real life. I can't wait. But anyways, everybody's hard at
As
work.
Chris says, we've moved into the polish phase of Squadron 42, which means extra emphasis on ensuring things feel fun.
Damn, you can actually fly in the docking.
This
That's
means
crazy.
focusing on the small
Star
and
Wars
large
Episode
elements
1
of the
style.
game, such as dialing in combat encounters, but also looking at the feel of how you control your character or vehicle and making sure it's immersive as possible.
Horrible aim.
We've paid extra attention to how your character reacts when in their ship, so that you feel like an actual pilot, whether that's firing your weapons, taking hits, or punching the afterburners to get to cover. Ship AI has
sound.
also seen huge improvements, with closer engagement distances and more varied behaviors. And with our new precision targeting mode, the action has never been as close.
It's like a planet.
With the aim now on polish, we've organized the project into self-sufficient strike teams.
I mean,
so we
again,
can
the
focus on
attention to
individual
detail.
areas to
but we
deliver
also
the
got both
best
now, apparently.
experience.
Wow.
Get out of sight. The cutlass is gonna spot you.
Hold on.
This allows us to bring all disciplines together with a unified vision of enhancing the gameplay by seamlessly blending it with polished
Oh, shit,
visuals,
Zach, yeah, hiding
final
from the,
cinematic
spaceship.
performances, and our ever-improving technology.
Look at the water. The water waves. Very nice. Damn.
Didn't see the boat, kid. You're good to keep going.
Reminds me a bit of Metro Exodus with the boat.
We're also dialing in gameplay features, such as the ship flight model for both atmosphere and space, which covers master modes,
The
control
breeding.
surfaces, and our gold standard HUD and MFDs.
Damn. This looks more like
Our
a simulator
interaction
than like a
system
video
for
game.
both the world and
And
your
of course the
character
FPS.
have also seen additional improvements,
And the portal gun,
allowing us
apparently.
to hone and craft environmental puzzles unique to each location, while allowing us to tell the story of the world around you.
Okay, okay.
The military multi-tool is an essential piece of equipment for every pilot that integrates all attachments into a
shoot
single
it?
handheld device and
Oh, you can
allows us to
push
create
it.
really interesting challenges, including physics-based puzzles
Again,
using our
Half-Life 2,
updated
you know?
rope tech.
With their physics back in the day, you know? Pretty nice, pretty cool. There's the bounce as well.
Unidentified vessels. This is the UEE Navy. Power down your ships and stand by for processing.
Hey, you can f off the coil's ass.
Our scanning, targeting, and marker system has also seen an overhaul, allowing us to highlight only the essential information that you need, such as key objectives, mission targets, and high-level scan information, while keeping your overall view as clean as possible.
That's good. You don't want like too much shit covering your screen, you know? It gets to a point like it's good information, but it gets to a point where like you only just like read numbers and words.
Tactical FPS combat and stealth, which has seen a
And
suite
stealth.
of improvements, from improved looting, weapon feel and balance, realistic scopes, and smoother locomotion, alongside our new and improved FPS
Reminds me
radar
of,
and scanner
Crisis.
that provides you an overview of the battlefield, but at the cost of ramping up your own
Damn,
emissions.
terrain destruction.
We've
Okay.
also seen the introduction of our Maelstrom-powered destructible environment, which adds a layer of dynamism to the experience, alongside our improved AI, that can now have hundreds of combinations of traits that allow us to create unique and challenging combat encounters that really push your tactical awareness and
Got the
skill.
X-ray version. Damn. This is a really ambitious game, and of course it's been in development for like the past 10 years or something, so you know, this is like Duke Nukem Forever levels of building up a game, and I think this one can actually deliver on their promise, you know. I mean, they have freaking everything in this game from the looks of it. And it's really beautiful to look at. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a primary PC game, which again explains it. They don't care about specs, like we're going all out with like everything we got, you know. But, you know, console as well. Maybe they bring it to console. I have no idea. I think last time I checked it was PC only, but again, I can see this being on console, no problem. Yeah, it looks pretty good, man. Again, just the first-person shooter.
We play and review the builds regularly, and call out action points in each level from start to finish, and where we need to improve the gameplay.
Power 9%, minus 9%, 0%. I got lasers. I got a sneaky now, yeah.
This is an incredibly rewarding stage of development
Heist.
for me and the team, as the ultimate vision of the game is realized, allowing us to craft an experience that we can be really proud of.
Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, I didn't expect that kind
One
of deal.
specific area that I'm excited to dive in is the feeling of the player interacting with the world around them,
Patching you in.
as it's a core component of Squadron and really grounds the world that you inhabit. We've made sure that any interaction in the environment is physically represented by a character animation to keep you in the moment and fully immerse you in the experience that we've created.
Even the UI is very minimal for the looks of it on this part anyways. I didn't pay attention during combat, I gotta go check it out.
Ultimately, this is the final phase of gameplay iteration before we fully transition into optimization and stability on the road to release.
Damn, that was cool.
Agent Trejo, this is Colton. Come back. Always trips me out to see terraforming setups like this.
It's a lot of ships.
Web tried explaining how atmosphere processors work. Really shows how far we've come. Hell is she?
With the transition of Squadron to polish phase, we've had the opportunity to find additional moments within the existing narrative to add subtle interactions where appropriate.
The logo reminds me of like Fallout for some reason. I think it's the color and the blue and the yellow, like Fallout, you know?
It's been tremendously exciting to play through these areas and find places to augment the mood, support gameplay, and further embellish our story and characters.
So yeah, man, I can't believe it. They said I've got to wait another 2 years before I can reapply.
Just got the shadows, man.
So that's why I figured I'd get a job trying in security, because that's you know, I can get some hours flying in the cockpit
Great voice acting
and whatnot.
Sounds
Can't hurt,
very
right?
real.
Exactly.
We've also been capturing pickups for our lead female player character, as well as wildlines for our various enemies that you all will encounter throughout the game on both foot and in your cockpit. These consist of a range of responses and reactions that you as the player can trigger, which has been the culmination of efforts by the gameplay and AI teams. This means that you're going to have to tangle with some very smart and reactive bad guys to complete your mission.
Oh, check out the cool mask. Oh, even in space, really? Jetpacks? Wow. I didn't expect that. This could be used as a stealth mission, you know? Just like
at the heart of this immersive adventure, you'll find cutting-edge cinematic storytelling, thoughtfully crafted to fully immerse you into your story.
What was he like? Thoughtfully crafted, I guess.
We fight today.
No.
So in 40 years from now, when you're surrounded by
Right, this is Gary Oldman. I know about him, and I think Luke is in it, right?
everything and everyone you hold dear, and they ask, what did you do in the Battle of Vega? You can look them in the eye and say, I held the line. Men and women of the Second Fleet,
Motivational speech.
I am proud to stand with you today. Good luck.
Thanks.
Push your back.
The voice.
Nice speech.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Any word from the recon team?
Not yet.
Well, let's get into position.
Again, I think Mark Hamill is in this. I can't. That's what I read somewhere, but I don't know where exactly. Could be wrong though. I mean, it makes sense. He was in Wing Commander, right, back in the day, so, you know. Huge ship, man.
Throughout the polish phase, our team is taking every opportunity to push things to the next level.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Company. Even the other guy. Davis or something? What was his name?
This is not good.
The Cine team is focused on finalizing edit lock on all of our big action, as well as all smaller character sequences.
I could have pulled this off of the Galactopedia.
Yeah, probably, but I think their solar mass calculations are wrong, though.
Wow. This is ridiculous.
How so?
We are now able to adjust our shot composition to final cameras thanks to recently crafted space vistas and level art being content complete now.
It'd be nice to know how much of a shitstorm we're flying.
I mean, again, this is probably like the best looking game at the moment. Maybe for a while. I mean, look at the details. You can actually see the individual hairs. That's crazy, though. I think the only one that comes close was probably be like Stalker 2, from what we've seen in the trailers. But this one looks, again, look at the details on the armor, on the. You can even see the patterns on his fabric and shit. That's crazy. And the facial animations, expressions.
More like a hellstorm, Blue. One you ain't gonna fly out of.
Shut up. Now, I hadn't seen another ship that wasn't trying to kill me in days, let alone a hauler, let alone a Jean. So you can imagine my surprise.
Detailed lighting passes can be done on hero sequences so we can show our cast and convey their emotions in the best light possible. And we're making sure our cinematics are triggering as fluid as we can craft them so they form a coherent concerto with the rest of the player's narrative experience.
Mr. Wakefield, this is Lieutenant Commander Colton.
Oh, Commander, hey, Julian Wexler. I'm the
this guy famous as well, I have no idea.
Field manager of this little operation. Welcome aboard the Archon. What brings the Navy to this little corner of the universe?
We got you flying with Lieutenant Commander Colton. He's one of our best.
As others will share, this is the most rewarding chapter of development, which allows us to truly experience the visceral and oftentimes emotional moments that our narrative provides.
How did you handle it after Vega?
Damn. Crazy, man.
I'm not sure I handled anything.
It
helps to remember that stuff like this is supposed to hurt.
You can see the humidity in
I've
the air,
never
you
been good
know?
at dealing with problems I can't fix.
On her face.
Well, this is one that you don't have to do alone.
That's good to know.
For the animation teams, polish phase means refining the social aspects of Squadron 42 that occur between the various missions and getting the behaviors implemented across all of its chapters. Here we're dialing in the hangar to make it as immersive and believable an experience as possible.
Okay, all right.
The people like, you know, servicing the aircraft. You're fueling the aircraft. Aircraft, spacecraft, Jesus Christ. Well, it could be an aircraft too, you know. A little added to the aircraft, I don't know. But yeah, pretty cool. Yeah. Doing their checks and shit.
For example, we're launching off a space carrier, but we still ground the feel in real-world actions.
The ladder's pretty cool,
refueling, repairing, and inspecting. And making sure that your next flight mission is a success. This means we're looking out for pops,
there, so,
hiccups,
you know,
or awkward transitions.
There's a bit of a frame drop there. Again, if you don't have like the most powerful PC at the moment, like forget all this. This is like probably like showcased on the most powerful uranium-powered PC at the moment, and like, you know, still like drop some frames.
And ensuring that everything flows and looks like all the great mocap performances we've captured.
You know, can actually like play this, so you can get the full experience. Actually, you can play it on lower.
Let's ready some
specs,
extra ice
but,
packs out of storage. Whenever gunners are on full rotation, you can always count on at least one of them getting hurt.
We also have you covered in everyday life. The medical staff work diligently for their patients, whether they're players or crew. We really want you to feel part of an authentic crew, an important part of the UEE Navy in an enormous universe of people going about their everyday lives.
Yo, is this game like in 3D? Like, you know, one of them like headsets? That's gotta be like really, 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 really good. It's in 3D. What am I saying? You know, one of them like virtual reality headsets, you know? That has to be insane. Yeah, if you have the specs.
Let's go ahead and clear for takeoff. Ground crew, prep bay for takeoff.
Copy that.
Hangar, ready for launch.
Reminds me of Battlefield 3.
Takeoff approved, Baron 2. You have the ball.
Or 4 was it? I don't remember. 3 or 4. The same thing, like you get you prepped and then you, boom, you go, you know?
Ready and hold on as you're launched off the deck of the carrier.
Let's go.
Baron 2, you are cleared for launch.
One thing I'm not a huge fan of is the music. It's very, 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 I don't know, in the background kind of thing. Like it doesn't really tell me anything.
Have a safe flight, Baron 2.
Like it's epic, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, like...
We want you to not only decide how you play the game, but to feel as if the people you interact with are in that world with you.
It doesn't really inspire me to like do anything this kind of music. It's just background music.
I would have never thought a shotgun could be so pretty. Damn, this R97 is sleek as hell. Like a lot of other weapons in Gemini's arsenal, it has a higher rate of fire than most guns of its type.
We're working to support a feel of authenticity through world traversals, running, jumping, and climbing, interactions with objects and the environment.
Yeah, basic video game stuff. I mean, we've seen this in a million other video games.
Solid weapon gameplay and enemy reactions.
The gameplay looks very good. The weapon gameplay looks very nice.
As well as combat realities,
the guns
such as weapon malfunctions.
Oh, really? Okay.
Or in close encounters of the more lethal kind.
If we're gonna get like aliens or something, it's gonna say like paranormal kind of some shit.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt in the morning.
Bit of clipping, but okay.
As we continue to focus on the quality experience, we've been working closely with our art teams.
This is probably the best sewer level in the world right now, because everybody hates sewer levels. This one looks really good.
And it's been exciting to see their environments come to life alongside us.
While animation and design have been populating the locations, polish phase for my teams means making huge advancements in the quality of our characters and environments. We've established our standard with recognizable characters like Mark Hamill, Gillian Anderson, and Gary Oldman. And we're
oh, really? That was Scully? No way.
Now applying this to the rest of the cast and identifying any remaining tech requirements that need to be closed out.
That's why I didn't recognize it. I haven't seen it forever.
The story of Squadron 42 takes you through a variety of diverse locations of varying scales and styles.
Good.
We shared glimpses of several environments before,
power core,
and there's still plenty out there for you to discover. One of the main challenges the art team has had to face during the development of Squadron 42 is ensuring the visuals are complementary to the narrative of the script. The mood and feeling of a space is just as important to us as it is making sure we hit the visual quality that CIG has become known for.
Oh, good. We can't hack it from this side. Graves,
we
got a locked door. Can you give us access?
No, I'm afraid that's a negative, Steve. I would have to add you to our system to give you override permissions, and there's a lot involved in that. It won't happen quickly.
Okay.
Okay, we'll figure something out.
Even the camera following Mark Hamill around.
Everything you see during the campaign has been heavily inspired by the classics of 70s and 80s sci-fi, but with a modern twist. We want everything you see to feel like it has a soul, its own personality, and tells of a history long before you arrived.
You also get like aliens and shit, or what?
Crafting interesting flight spaces and their connecting tissue has been one of the more unique challenges we've needed to overcome for Squadron. Developing our VDB tech to blend seamlessly between tighter traversal spaces and into wider space vistas and planets has proved incredibly difficult but rewarding, ensuring that Squadron flows seamlessly from one chapter to the next, without interruption. Creating a diverse array of locations is essential to us. Our environments need to work from a variety of scales.
Even like the spaceship looks very similar to like a modern jet, you know, just the shape of it. And I think that's on purpose, like more spikes and shit. But it looks really good.
We need to pay close attention to detail, whether we're working in a dirty engineering vent or navigating the debris of a dying star, wondering what may be around that next corner, or even who may live there. How would they have survived, and what state of mind may they be in?
So you're gonna find crazy people. Been there for like years waiting for like rescue, you know, and then they gone crazy or something. The crew. On the bridge. This technology would be really good for a Star Trek game, which I don't know how popular it would be, but this would be like a really good Star Trek game with this kind of like bridge and crew and whatnot, you know, and everything else.
We've worked closely with our social teams in delivering a cohesive social experience when you're taking some downtime from our refined flight and FPS missions, or even missions of the more eerie kind.
Ooh, so there is paranormal maybe. Ghosts.
We'll be introducing new space stations on a massive scale, all brought together and designed to be as tangible as possible. We've thought about their function, their age, and tried to ensure there's a progression in artistic style with each station as you progress through the game.
Weapons, throwables, consumables, bottom right.
As you can see today, the teams are working incredibly hard, ramping up the detail and quality to match the breadth of our vision for Squadron 42.
Now, I know you're all asking, when can I play it?
When can I play it?
When we have the locked release date, you will be the first to know.
Oh
now, we're in polishing
God.
phase on Squadron 42.
It's like we've been waiting for this game for like 10 years and like still like nowhere near apparently release date. Or maybe we are. I just, you know, I wish they actually had a date.
You will start to see a lot more things coming to Star Citizen, as well as overall progress on the persistent universe. The polish phase can take some time. We have come this far, and we want to make sure Squadron 42
Absolutely,
delivers
yeah.
on the
Hey, like I
promise
always
of
say,
being
take your sweet ass time, no problem. Rather have like a polished game than like a half-ass game.
this generation's Wing Commander.
Just be patient.
Now, even
about
though
it.
there's only a few of us in this video, I'd like to being this generation's Wing Commander.
Okay, so this generation, if I'm not mistaken, isn't this the guy who worked on Wing Commander?
Now,
Which
even
was
though
huge back then.
there's only a few of us in this video, I'd like to extend a big thank you to all our staff around the globe who have been putting their heart and soul into bringing Squadron 42 to life. And I would like to thank everyone in the community for your patience and your support.
Is that a spaceship in the background?
To paraphrase Admiral Bishop, when people ask, what did you do in the development of Squadron 42? You can look them in the eye and say, I held the line. I'm
Nice.
proud to stand with you. Thank you for making this game with us.
Okay. Oh, hold on, we got us another trailer here in the end. Are those aliens? Oh, they are! So I was right! Look at aliens! Interesting. Reminds me a bit of Halo. Cool. Well, that's what UEE stands for. United Empire of Earth. Gotcha. Second Fleet. Gotcha. I held the line. This is for the people who like waited for this game to be released. Where were you while you were waiting for this game to be released? And you can look them in the eye and proudly say, I held the line. I spent thousands of dollars on this game before it was out, and now I can finally play it. So at least they delivered on that. Again, if this is Star Citizen, or the way that I see it, I think like, and I could be wrong here. Let me just leave it on the logo there a bit. You know, put some light in here. I feel like I could be wrong. I gotta do my research on this, but I guess like Star Citizen is the engine or the world, and then they're like looking to build maybe like campaigns or whatever you want inside that world, right? So kind of like, yeah, that's it. Star Citizen is the engine and the world, and everything else you're building around. You can release multiple games, whatever kind of game you wish to release around it. I just hope. So let's say Squadron 42 comes out next year, and everybody's very happy about it. I just hope it didn't take them 10 years to make Squadron 42, right? Because then if you enjoy the game and the game is really good, then you want to play some more. And like that the next time they're gonna play a new Squadron 40, 42, 43 will be in 10 years. That would suck. Hopefully, now that they have the engine built and everything else, they just can pump out games in this world. If that's the way it works, I have no idea. That's what I'm assuming. What can I say? It's visually impressive. It's visually very, very impressive. It's probably like the best looking game at the moment, and probably will be for a while. Again, I know they had like no console limitations, and they went all out on PC, from what I read like years ago, and they didn't care about oh no, we need to like slow down, or we can't put this in. No, it's PC. Just put everything in. This is like one of them like crisis games. It's it's a benchmark game and whatnot. But beyond that, it seems they have put a lot of thought into it. They have a lot of money and they invest a lot of money. Everything looks very, very good. I see some minor details that kind of like get to me. Some clipping, some weird animations, like when the guy dropped the shotgun on the table and your character went to pick it up. I feel like the gun was like switching places just so it can like fit in the character's hand. I could be wrong though. Music, not very impressed. I gotta say, I'm not a fan when like games are doing this kind of music, and it was a huge trend back in like I don't know 2010 or something, where a lot of games just had this like background music with like no I don't know, like you don't feel anything. I think the best example was something like Command and Conquer 4 or like Red Alert 3 or something, where Command and Conquer games are like really amazing music, and then you come up with these songs where like it's very like mellowed out, it's in the background, it's like not just really happening, you're falling asleep, but overall it's a good composition. It just, I don't know if it fits this kind of like game or action, but maybe like during the action scenes they're gonna have something a bit more active, a bit more exciting. And the other thing that I see in this game, that I see, it's very ambitious. I hope there's not too much ambition into it, because there's too much of a good thing, right? Like a game, like when I play a game, I kind of like also want to like finish it. I want to, I don't want to spend the next 8 months in a game. Although if the game is good, you might probably want to do that. It's just, I hope it's not like too big. And what really worries me, too big, no, sorry, too big is fine if there's quality. If you're gonna play this game for 200 hours and it's 200 hours of quality, fuck it, let's go. I mean, that's amazing. What worries me is that, they're pulling like a Starfield, where it's like, oh my god, you can like travel across the universe and visit 10 billion planets, and they're all empty. It's like, thanks. That's useless. So I hope that it looks like they got quality for it. So again, they got the money for it. I just, I hope it's not empty. You know what I'm saying? And there's a reason, why these kind of games fell off, right? Like space shooters, you don't really see them that often anymore. It's rare as hell that you're gonna get one. And that's because people are not interested in them. Why are you not interested in them? Because they're kind of boring, to be honest. And I used to play them. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not new to this, And they're very funny. They're action-packed. But, you just flying in space, personally, like I don't find that exciting or whatever. So you're just flying in space and then you're shooting at a dot because the spaceship, you're dogfighting. Like the spaceships are like 10 million kilometers away. So you can't really see what you're shooting. You're just shooting at a target. That's not very fun. But so that's when the FPS comes in. And if they got like a good balance of FPS and flight sim or flight combat, I think that would be really, really good. And just I think that's why they probably brought the FPS in, just so they understood that, and they probably say, what, we gotta keep the player interested, because you're just playing like shooting spaceships, shooting at targets, you're gonna get bored real quick. There's a reason why, again, these games don't exist. They existed back then. I mean, they exist, but there's very few of them. They existed back then because there's nothing else. People weren't like addicted to like Call of Duty and shit. It was like you flying in space for like an hour to find one spaceship. That was fun back then, But nowadays, I don't think it's gonna cut it anymore. So again, the space combat, just like the FPS, I've seen them both. I've seen them playing plenty of times in other games, but it is impressive overall. Like the whole undertaking of this game, I think, is very, very impressive. They got a huge budget for that. I know people spend millions of dollars on it. I think it was the highest budget game in the world ever, right? Currently. So obviously this is, again, I'm talking about Star Citizen, but I'm assuming this is part of that. So I don't know, it looks impressive. I really want to see how much, how should I put it? It sounds impressive. It looks impressive. It feels very epic. I'm just wondering how much fun is it? How glitchy is it? Because again, I've seen a couple of things here and there. How much fun? I think that's what matters. It can look amazing, it can sound amazing, but is it like fun to play? We'll see. From what I've seen, yes, it is. I just hope, it's well balanced. Anyways, enough rambling. Thank you for watching. Peace.